About an hour southwest of Chicago is Joliet, Illinois, in the Autobahn Country Club, where GRIDLIFE Touring Cup races for the second time in its history. This is the second time that we've, or the third time rather, that we've raced this weekend. I'm Kyle Heyer alongside DJ Alessandrini for the final race of GRIDLIFE Touring Cup at GRIDLIFE Chicago in 2021. As we head off into our pace laps, we've got a great looking pace car this time around, DJ. Our third and final race is our race results from the earlier race today, with an 8-driver invert. The driver that finished in 8th, Jeremy Swenson.
All right, what even is that pace car?
I don't even know what that pace car is. I'm not.
It almost looked like a Paynos, but I know it's not.
Is it some kind of weird RX-7 with weird taillights?
It's like a weird car with a body kit or something.
It could be. But Jeremy Swenson on pole. Joel Morrison will be alongside him in second. Tom O'Gorman, we went and got the deets after because there was some weird timing issue that I thought Tom was not actually where he was. Yes, he did finish 11th. He will start 11th for the final race of the day.
I actually heard it was pretty incredible. So they needed water, and people up on the patio watching just started chucking water down to them, and they just were grabbing those off the ground and dumping them into the car. So it's the whole world wants to see Tom race.
Well, they're going to see him race one more time this weekend. It has been a pretty tough weekend for everybody. Yesterday, again, we got washed out. Today, it's been beautiful. The weather has been nice and warm. I got my neck sunburned really badly, so I was going to feel that for a couple of days.
You're going to feel that one tomorrow for sure.
For sure. As we have a look here, again, Joel Morrison starting second. Justin Kelly starts third. That could be a threat. Emil Tab will start in fourth. Brian Heitkotter fifth. Aaron Lichty in sixth. Then it is going to be Erica Till, who finished second in race 2 earlier today, and Andy Smedegard rounding out the invert. Right behind Andy Smedegard is going to be, that's Louis Chatroup, and right behind, I believe that's Jake Jorenstad in one of the Myriad Motorsports cars. That's a Porsche of some kind.
No, it's not. I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Well, it's like Porsche headlights, but it's like it looks like a RX-7.
There's got to be a cool story I don't know about that car.
Somebody text me. I'll keep my eye on my phone, and we'll find out. Because now that it's bothering us, that means it's bothering
so many people right now.
Watching. Yeah.
We're going to have another pace lap here, so we are going to have time to show what Autobahn Country Club looks like from the sky. We're going to show you the 3D track guide here from Autobahn Country Club. It is a 15-corner circuit, 2.1 miles around this place. And one of the key factors is that it's pretty flat here, DJ. There's not a lot of elevation change, but there is a lot of wide curbing around this place that you can track out on exit. It got some people in trouble this morning. Thankfully, we've kept everybody going straight for the most part. Eric Catil and Emil Tab found themselves a little bit sideways. But other than that, this racetrack is technical in some places and fast at other places. It's a good mix of corners and a fantastic racetrack for racing. We saw Eric Catil and Andy Smedegard go toe-to-toe for 5 or 6 laps earlier before Smedegard drove away. But with Smedegard sweeping the first 2 races of the weekend, he's going to have to pass 7 cars to do it again. I'll put my money on Swenson with those Nankang tires. The new strategy, he's not sure if he likes him yet or not.
Swenson said he's going to be difficult to pass. So let's see what that is. He might be the cork in the bottle. We might see some amazing scrapping behind him. But, you know, the thing you have to look out for is when those cars are fighting each other, they're losing time to the people behind them and, more importantly, the people in front of them. So you almost want to kind of figure out who you can play nice with. I mean, if you're Justin Kelly, you know that Joel Morrison's been running fast all weekend. He just hasn't found his way past traffic. So Joel, I think Joel will be keeping up with that purple Viking Performance Swenson machine. And yeah, I'm curious how this is going to work. Swenson has been, you know, the tires are different than what he was running before. You got to adjust the setup and you know, tire pressures, and you know, you have to adjust the car for the tire. The tire is the only thing that matters.
Also having a look at the ticker on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll notice Matan Rosenberg in the 484 car. I think he's like 12 years old, maybe? No, he's actually, he's under 20. I don't know if he's 17.
17.
17. Thanks,
Yep.
DJ. I'm glad you knew that fact. Real young, real talented. He's going to start 16th, 8 rows back in the 484 Miata. Now double filing up for our last race of the weekend. Again, our races yesterday canceled. One was shifted today, so a 3-race afternoon here at GRIDLIFE Chicago at Autobahn Country Club in 2021. And now on the back straightaway, racking them up, stacking them up, almost 40 cars going racing for one final time. The next time you're going to see GRIDLIFE Touring Cup will be July 23rd through 25th at Alpine Horizon Festival for us. Real good event. Make sure you get your tickets, tickets.grid.life to learn more. Field rolling through the last couple chicanes and corners here at Autobahn Country Club. Jeremy Swenson, Joel Morrison, Justin Kelly, Emil Tabb, Brian Heitkotter are the top 5. Aaron Lichty from Winning Formula, Eric Catil, Andy Smedegard, Louis Chatrup, and Jake Jornstad, the rest of the top 10. 20 minutes going up on the board here for the final time this weekend. There's Tom O'Gorman in the ASM car. Engine replaced between race 1 and race 2. Now he gets a drive through the field. Green flag flies. We're racing in GLTC.
And Swenson gets a good start. He has the inside in turn 1. You saw Joel Morrison with a little bit of overlap. We're still stacked two wide. It might be a little bit of 3 wide that Eric's forcing up on the inside of Andy Smedegard.
Ooh, look at Emil Tabb up the inside of Justin Kelly, who's a little bit slow. Going to stack up Heitkotter a bit. Drops 2 tires. Has run down to turn number 4. Swenson gets away. Morrison second. Tabb third. 4th is Aaron Lichty. 5th place, I think that's Heitkotter still hanging on as looks like Kelly got shuffled out of that mix a little bit aggressively.
I'm wondering how many spots Heitkotter lost there, because I think
he did drop back, you're right.
Yeah, I think I saw Tom on his bumper. Yeah, look, Tom's on his bumper. Tom's already up to Eric Catil, so not entirely sure how many spots were lost there, or if Tom just gained 4 spots in 3 turns.
That could be likely as well. There's Eric Catil again, second winningest driver in GLTC, reigning champion behind the Chris Forsberg Racing Nissan 370Z Nismo of Brian Heitkotter. But look at Louis Chatrup right in front, attacking Justin Kelly. That car is not going the direction I thought it would go. It is falling back very quickly and stacking up the field, the cork in the bottle, as you said earlier, DJ, as they roll through turn number 9 and on the back straightaway.
Eric on the side of Brian Heitkotter here. It's looking real awkward between Heitkotter, Eric Catil, and Tom McCormick. All 3 of those cars make speed in very different ways, so there's a lot of ebb and flow with them just trying to figure this order out. They're going to have to figure that order out because they're kind of losing touch with everybody in front of them.
O'Gorman pulled sideways alongside Eric Catil. He's going to grab this spot away through turn 13, 14, and 15. Indeed, he does. So pushes Eric Catil back at the Hybrid Racing EG. O'Gorman through for position across the line first. Swenson, Morrison, Tabb, Lichty, Smedegard, Kelly, Chatrup, Heitkotter, O'Gorman to 9th, Catil to 10th. As Swenson continues to lead this race. Now Heitkotter next on O'Gorman's chopping block. This man is on a mission in the bright blue ASM car.
We see Jeremy Swenson running the fastest lap of the race. To start it off, there you have the gap. But we know that those street tires are going to fall off as the laps go on. It's not cool out here right now. It's actually pretty warm. So that tire fall off that we'll see on Jeremy Swenson's street tires will be a factor.
And once Swenson starts to fall back into the clutches of everybody else, it's going to get really wide. Whoa, tight there between Heitkotter and O'Gorman. Oh, car off. That's Morrison from 2nd place, way off the racetrack in the grass. He keeps it straight. What a save. Justin Kelly's going to go by. Here comes, I think that's Jornstad. Oh, no, that's, who was that just went by? Was that Smedegard that might have snuck through? O'Gorman now on the outside of Heitkotter, trying to go the long way around in the ASM S2000. He's there.
I think he's going to pry open a little bit of a spot for Eric Catil as well. You know, if O'Gorman's not careful here, Eric's going to pick up the scraps from both.
Oh, he got it. Oh, Heitkotter a little bit wide. Here comes Eric.
Wide.
Catil and O'Gorman side by side. Heitkotter, is he going to give him a bump? Just a little nudge from the 370Z V6 power plant towards the braking zone. Again, buddies off the racetrack, competitors on. Catil slots in front of O'Gorman.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Eric Catil on the brakes. He's pretty savage when it comes to the last of the late breakers, as some people say. But yeah, that's exactly what I was predicting, that O'Gorman opening up the gap on Brian Heitkotter allowed Eric to get through, and look at the gap Eric's already pulled.
Already pulling a bit of a gap. Swenson still leading by a larger amount this time than he was the previous, but again, that advantage is only going to last for a couple of minutes, and then he's going to fall back into the clutches of Tabb and Lichty. That's going to kind of mix things up a little bit once that battle starts to happen. There's Jornstad right behind Joel Morrison, who fell back to 10th. Glad he caught that car and kept it out of the Armco. Great save there.
We're about to have a Jake Jorgenstad on a Joel Morrison battle. If Joel doesn't, were they just fanning out to go 4 wide?
I think they were going to try. That was Ryan Upham that was going to take a look back there. That was just outside of the top 20 from my understanding as they're running down towards turn 4. That usually doesn't work out so well, but I think they made it through somehow. There's the gap for the lead. It's about 15, 20 car lengths as Swenson continues to grow. Look at this battle. There is Eric Catil alongside Chatrup, and O'Gorman had nowhere to go. He's going to want it the middle, but he doesn't want to stick it middle 3 wide. That's dicey there. Chatrup on the inside, Catil on the outside, O'Gorman hunting to try to find a way around. Heitkotter there as well. 4-way battle for 6th place.
Oh, this is great now. So, like right now.
Oh, Chatrup, big moment.
Chatrup, big moment. All right, so that cleared the exit a little bit for Eric. If they went side by side, I was expecting Tom O'Gorman to be attacking Eric into the braking zone, but that's very convenient for Eric Catil that Chatrup had a moment, allowed Eric to use the full racetrack on exit.
Ooh, Highcutter really good on the brakes there alongside O'Gorman. Are they going to get through turns 11 and 12 clean? They do. O'Gorman's going to have driver's right preferred line for 13, 14, and 15. And he should be able to hang on to this spot as long as Highcutter gives it up. He might not. Yes, he does. So O'Gorman is going to grab that spot. And with Chatrup out of the way, that should move O'Gorman up to, I believe, well, 7th spot. P7 for the ASMS 2000. Highcutter P8. Joel Morrison on a charge back. Hungry to get back up to where he was in second.
Kyle, Joel's looking really fast. I'm wondering how that's going to shake out, but these guys kind of have to behave themselves. You're only 1/3 of the way through the race. You don't want Eric Cotille to just leave you behind.
Up front, Swenson's lap time's beginning to drop off, about a half a second slower than his previous lap. We'll see if that continues to be the trend. Emil Tab is still not quicker, so he's not gaining ground just yet. But as the time goes on, I think we're going to see Swenson run slower and slower. But there is the lead, and that car is mighty fast. But will it be fast for long? Look at the second place. Tab, Lichty, and Smedegard, 2, 3, 4 right behind. Yes, indeed, it is.
That's a pretty large gap. So Emil and Aaron Lichty are going to have to work together if they fight at all.
Smedegard through Aaron Lichty puts Smedegard back up to 3rd place. This would certainly put him as the winner of the entire weekend with a podium and 2 wins. That'll do it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's no way Andy
doesn't win, which maybe is deserved, I would say.
I mean, it's assuming everything stays reliable. Maybe we just cursed him and he'll be shaking a fist at us later.
So this reminds me a lot of NCM. Remember back it was Swenson leading and Smedegard on the charge. Now Smedegard still has to dispose of Emil Tab before he can go up there and run him down. But this reminds me a lot of the NCM battles we come across the line. Swenson back up there at 133.3, but Tab and Smedegard both faster. It's going to accordion back together here at the front.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though is if Emil and Andy fight, Jeremy wins.
Right. So they have to have the foresight to know that if they battle, they're going to give up time.
That's the street car advantage. The street tire advantage is you're going to expect that people are going to fight.
Just take a note that the fastest car on the racetrack the last lap around was Tom O'Gorman. That's pretty amazing. Look at this battle. Hurdle and side by side with Chris Adams. Bit of a twitch there. Out of the 370 just off the line is Luke McGrew right in front. McGrew's had a tough weekend. Now up inside the top 15. Good climb for Luke in the number 7.
I think the most impressive thing about that was that drone cam.
That was amazing. The drone guys
it's
crushed
like almost went in the guy's window.
Yep. Justin Lee back there as well. Here's Chris Adams. He had a big moment this morning, gathered it back up. Now attacking Luke McGrew. This would actually be, this again is for 15th place, right behind Scott Robertson in 14th. And McGrew
he's working his way through the field.
Doing a good job.
He lost valve stem in the last race. That's why he was at the bottom of the order.
Here's Ryan Upham in the number 13. He's also had a lot of bad luck in general in GLTC. This car's been mighty fast, but it's been a combination of things that have kept him out of victory lane more often than not. He has a race win under his belt at Gingerman last year, but he is, as he goes by Hurdle, who seems a little slow. Upham has had all sorts of bad luck, hoping that he can improve it in later rounds.
Little out of shape, leaving himself exposed to Austin Hurdle.
Yeah, but Hurdle seems like he's going backwards as well. I'm not sure what's up with that, but seems like he's falling off the pace relatively quickly. All right, while all this is happening, you see Tiffany Kelly going to the inside of Hurdle for position. Big dive for her on the brakes. Whoa, almost in on Upham. That got really dicey for a moment. Have a look at the timing screen on the left of your screen. 1:33.6 for Swenson and 1:32.6 for Emil Tab. That was a 1-second gain last lap alone.
Yeah, if Swenson's tires are falling off that much, we're going to see a battle for first very quickly.
So 8 minutes in, about halfway through this race, Jeremy Swenson leads it. And here is the battle for second. Andy Smedegard, a huge run on Emil Tab. He can't waste that one, or should he? Because if they start to battle, maybe Emil Tab will give this up knowing that they're going to lose position to Swenson. But he might fight this off, assuming that he could be the one to catch Swenson.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of play it by where you think you're going to get.
Oh, big dive.
If you think your race, nice move from Andy there. If you think your race is fighting for second, there's no way, even if you let him by, that you're not going to get first place, then you fight for second. But if you think, okay, we are going to catch a leader, and if we catch him, I get second anyways,
yep,
then you let that happen.
I think that's what Emil just did. He's a really smart race car driver. He's right behind Andy Smedegard now. Is he going to give him a shove? No, he's going to battle it out. This is a risky proposition here. I thought they were going to work together here just a little bit. Doesn't look like it. They're still catching Jeremy either way, but
Emil backed out of it.
Yeah, I think he backed out, realizing that wasn't ever really going to work.
I think right now he's realizing how quickly they're reeling in Jeremy Swenson.
Yeah, across the line, lap times will tell all. Jeremy Swenson Cross the line, 33.5 for Tab, a 32.9, still 0.6 quicker. Smedegard with a 32.9, Tab with a 33.8. He drops a little bit behind, but now it's Andy Smedegard up to him in the ASM camp to run down that race leader.
I mean, Andy has full rewards weight at this point, but he did a 31 in the last race, so that's a 32.9 while passing Emil Tab and then while defending again from Emil Tab. So let's see what Andy does. I predict he's pulling out a huge chunk on Jeremy Swenson's lead this lap.
I bet you he will, and you can see the car lengths now coming down, about 12 car lengths, maybe 11, maybe 10 now as they work through the backside of the course, turn 6 and 7. Look at this. That's Scott Robertson, Tiffany Kelly, and Chris Adams side by side, all for position back here for what I expect to be about 16th spot. And Robertson going to give up the spot. Here comes Austin Hurdle, crossover to driver's left, going to go down the inside for turn number 4. Hurdle takes 2 for 1.
This track race is amazingly, like you start fighting people and the people behind you start entering the mix. You have to play.
Look how much bigger the 370 is.
It is pretty
than the
comical.
Miata. Robertson now on the outside.
What doesn't help is Robertson has that little grocery getter wing, or like it looks like a handle for a grocery cart. Uh-oh.
Whoa, that is
Seth Gale.
Seth Gale, he's new to GLTC.
That looks like it's on the racing surface.
Yeah, he has been in the Armco. That is fairly significant right side damage, and he is perpendicular to the racing line. This will almost certainly bring out a full course caution and likely the end of the race. Yeah, that's at the exit of turn number 3.
Yeah, so they call that corner $1 million corner because
full course caution. Because
that corner takes a lot of cars.
Yep, and it looks like he has bounced it off the tire wall. Full course yellow.
It looks like he maybe caught grass and then came all the way over.
Whoa, that was really fast by that accident zone, guys, as we are now have a full course caution. Maybe we don't have a full course yellow. Maybe it's just a local. I would expect it to be a full course.
Would the ticker be yellow if it was just a local?
No.
It definitely.
Yeah, now they're slowing down. All right, full course caution. I would expect this race to end under yellow, but we'll see what they do.
We'll see. I mean, in a situation like this, it kind of depends on the event time. Like, has there been delays in other sessions?
We're pretty well on time. I know that we don't have a lot of time to spare because of the pushbacks from yesterday, but
how good? I haven't really been paying attention to how fast the crew is to grab stuff off the track. I mean, this could end under yellow, yes, but I mean, me and you both, Kyle, we would really like to see this end in a fight.
I agree. I think I would love to see this race end, but I'm not confident with 12 minutes in that we'll see it. I'm going to hope for that. I also hope that that Seth Gale is okay in that car. It looked like 100%. There was fairly significant damage to the right side of that car, but tire bundles are soft enough.
Pretty soft.
So hopefully the Autobahn Country Club safety crew will get out there and remove that vehicle, and we might get a lap to go, but I'm not hopeful that that'll happen.
The window net's down in Seth's car, so he's definitely okay.
Yeah.
You don't put the window net down if you're
yeah, that's the universal sign of I'm okay.
I'm okay.
And you can take your time getting out here, and you are required to remain in the car.
That's on purpose.
I hope.
Look at this camera shot, though. This is beautiful.
Yeah, I did just hear that was on purpose.
Yeah.
All right, right now we are stopping the cars. Nope, there's someone pulling behind the wall. Who is that? Is that Joel Morrison? Who is that?
Is it?
Or is that Tom?
I don't know. What's happening? Are they messing with us?
I don't know. There was a car that just stopped on the edge of the racetrack. I'm hoping it's not. Oh, it's Chris Adams. Okay. So Chris Adams is going to pull off behind the tire bundles.
That's unfortunate when you fought your entire race and now you're not even racing, and then the car breaks. That's just unfortunate circumstances there.
Yep, that's not ideal. So with the full course caution out, in the past, our protocol for this has been, if it's going to take an extended period of time like a cleanup, we'll pull the cars onto pit lane, we'll red flag the race. I think we don't need to red flag this to get this going. I think we can recover this car and get back rolling before we have to red flag it, hopefully.
It kind of depends on how they need to pull that car off. Like if they need to pull the truck across the track, because the angle of the car there, if they need to pull it onto the truck, they might need to have the safety vehicle more into the track. So that might bring everybody in just so they can.
So we are hearing the pace car is out, so this is going to be a full course yellow procedure, and it sounds like we're going to get a full course caution sequence, which means I would expect a restart at this point.
Right.
So as we wait, let's talk about what we've seen so far. Jeremy Swenson firing off 5-second lead, lost it in about 3 laps, didn't get a chance to lose it yet. What are the tires going to do on the restart?
That's a good question. From my experience with street tires, they don't seem to come back unless they're literally just sitting in paddock, just resting. Even rolling around slowly, it doesn't really seem like they come back. Now,
let's have a look at some replays so far today from this race. Here is a look at the start. Watch this on the bottom of your screen. 3 wide with Eric Catil. That is Chatrup on the right and Smedegard on the left. 3 wide down into turn 1. That was a Momo moment right there. Double wide all the way through turn 2 and 3. Then watch this red FRS, the red and gray and black FRS. He's going to get to the exit of turn 3 and have a big bobble. It's going to jam up the outside of the corner. Really shifted things. There's Joel Morrison, slipped off from 2nd place, way out on the exit at turn number 5. Gathered it back up in turn 6 and got back on course. And here's O'Gorman and Heitkotter, 2 professional racers from professional racing backgrounds going at it. And here's Eric Catil going 3 wide to take those positions away.
That was a beautiful move from Eric. He could probably just see it unfolding right in front of him, knew exactly what to do.
That is my Momo moment today for the race number 3, the last race of the weekend, is that 3 wide pass on Catil on 2 of the best in the sport. There's Chatrup on the right defending from Catil, and Catil is able to squeeze on by. Big moment there. Slides out onto the curb and gathered it back up very nicely. Heitkotter, Morrison, and Jake Jorgenstad all managed to get a position away from that. And here's Hurdle alongside Luke McGrew, the 187, and Chris Adams sneaking on through. Great racing all throughout the field here, DJ. Par for the course for GLTC.
Yeah, 100%. That was extremely exciting, and it was lights out. And it was, you know, Kyle, it was great racing through the entire field. It just wasn't for the lead. It wasn't even for just the podium.
Right.
I think that Chris Adams, I think that was for what, 15th place? Looked like great racing.
The thing about GLTC is that the best racing often is not for the lead, even though the racing for the lead is some of the best racing. And it's really good racing. There's often even better stuff for 10th, for 15th, for 25th, for 54th. We've seen that before. The bar is set very high by the series.
My advice would be, if you have Facebook, go on to the Book of Faces and sign up, join the GLTC Facebook page, because what you'll find there is a bunch of people posting their in-cars throughout the week. And honestly, it's like a slow trickle of entertainment as people get their videos on the internet. They'll be posting them on the GLTC page, and you get to see parts of the race that you never got to see in the broadcast.
So while we wait for the track to get cleaned up, we're going to restart. I would expect that we would have 1 or 2 laps to go. I think rarely it's a 1-lap restart. Usually they give you 2. So Swenson has had a chance for his tires to cool down. Is it the heat or is it the wear that makes those tires bad at the end of the race?
It's the heat, but I don't think rolling around on track really lets the tires come back that much, because what happens is the tires get a lot of core temps in them, so it changes the pace of the tires. So, you know, the first couple of laps, the core temps, like the surface temps might be hot, but the core temps aren't as hot. But you really need those core temps to cool down for those street tires to really bounce back.
So I think one of the reasons for maybe running a little bit long and running this extra few minutes is because we completely missed one of our races this weekend. So we've got, we'll use a little bit of track time to make up for some of the time we lost in one of these races, and that gives us the opportunity to go through this full yellow sequence. And there's Chris Adams. We're probably going to have to deal with that car too. He didn't quite pull off far enough. I don't think we could race by that under full power. What is this car? Has someone messaged us yet about this?
Okay, hold on. You talk about
okay, so Matt's telling me it's an RX-7.
RX-7?
Yeah, but it's got like a Porsche body kit on it. Is that a thing? It's an RX-7.
It's Benz? Is that Benz?
It's got to be Benz. But
okay. It's an RX-7 if it's Benz, but I never saw his car with those. Promo sent me that. I think he's
no, well, that's what Matt told us too, so I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, they know better than we do, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Us idiots are going, what the heck is that thing? Everyone says it makes it sound very
people
obvious.
People are yelling at the TV, it's an RX-6! But, I mean, it's hardly an
Aria Amiya kit is what we're hearing. I can't say that word.
I can hardly read it, let alone say it.
They always throw weird stuff as the pace car, whether it's the Wienermobile from Alpine Horizon last year.
Yep.
We had some old. We had what do we have at Blackhawk? We had some old American sedan. I know you weren't there.
Oh, so like wood panel.
Yeah.
Was it a Roadmaster? Can you tow with it? Could you tow with that station? Was it a station wagon?
No, I can't remember what it was. It was
honestly, we need a Roadmaster as the next pace car.
we do need a Roadmaster as our next pace car.
If you're watching the show right now.
All right, so it looks like they are coming back down pit lane and heading back to the garage area. Checkered flag waving, is that it? That must be it.
That must be it. Jeremy Swenson's the winner.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's an unfortunate end to a weekend of racing that has been
I mean, we say that,
short.
Kyle, but that was an awesome race.
It was an awesome race.
Yeah.
It was shorter than I wanted.
I think like some of our disappointment is that it was shaping up to be the absolute best GLTC race that we've ever seen.
Yeah.